Hello and welcome to What Happened This Past Weekend in MMA. I am your host, Matthew Mitchum. We will be joined by our other panel member later on in the show. On today's show, we will be covering this past weekend's fights in Las Vegas, headlined by Sean Strickland and Abus Magomedov. We do have some unfortunate news to update you on pertaining to this upcoming weekend's fights. And if you are interested in UFC cards at all, we are going to talk some investment information. And that will lead perfectly into the last segment of the show, where we will be joined by our other panel member to preview and break down this upcoming weekend's International Fight Week. He's going to give you his underdog of the week and a few other plays. So this past weekend in Las Vegas, Sean Strickland defeated Abus Magomedov via second round knockout, picking Abus apart, showing that Magomedov just isn't ready for the big show. Grant Dawson defeats Damir Ismagulov via unanimous decision, where Grant took Ismagulov to school in the grappling department, making him wear Dawson as a backpack all 3 rounds. Ecuador's Michael Morales does defeat Max Griffin via unanimous decision, improving his record to 15-0. More on him later. Ariane Lipsky does defeat Melissa Gatto via split decision. Benoit Saint Denis does upset Ismail Bonfim by submitting him at the end of the first round with a rear naked choke. UFC newcomer Nursan Rizaboev upsets the undefeated Brazilian prospect Bruno Ferreira by knocking him out with a counter hook 1 minute and 17 seconds into the first round. And those were the results of the main card, but a few other headlines from the prelims were: Rinat Fakhretdinov spoils the UFC return for Kevin Lee by dropping Lee with a straight punch, then putting him out cold with a guillotine. 6-1 underdog Elvis Brenner survives an absolute beating from Georgian Guram Kutateladze to come back in the third round to knock out Guram by dropping him and finishing him off with some ground and pound. And lastly, Fatty the Baddie was able to make it more than 30 seconds into his fight this time without death gassing. But in other unfortunate fight news this week, Henry Cejudo has suffered a shoulder injury this week that has forced him to withdraw from his fight at UFC 292 with Marlon Chito Vera, and Marlon Chito Vera had nothing other to say than,
well, fuck.
Another fight is off between 2 young prospects as Sean Brady is forced to withdraw from his fight with the Aussie Jack Della Maddalena, scheduled for this upcoming weekend International Fight Week, due to an infection in his elbow. But we do have some good news, as Jack Della Maddalena put a post out there calling out anyone at 170 and 185. 2 people have stepped up. Kevin Holland and Chris Curtis both offered their services on 1 week's notice. Remember, this is this upcoming weekend's International Fight Week in Las Vegas. And if you are interested in the investment side of UFC sports card collecting, we have a few fighters that you should maybe be taking a look at purchasing from the few previous sets before prices go up too much. All right, I have 3 fighters here. All 3 that have fought or are going to be fighting recently. All 3 of them's rookie set came out this year. So all 3 of them's rookie set is 2023 Prism. I'm going to be giving you the fighter name. The set is obviously 2023 UFC Prism. That's the rookie set. But their rookie year is going to be this entire year. And lastly, I'm going to be giving you why I think that you should be buying them, or personally what to look out for in their fights. So up first on our list, we have Rinat Gladiator Fakhretdinov. His rookie set is 2023 UFC Prism. Rinat fought this past weekend against Kevin Lee. He absolutely demolished Kevin Lee in his UFC return. Right now, Rinat is undefeated in the UFC. And to be honest, the guy seems like an absolute animal. Once again, his rookie set is this year, so his card should be readily available everywhere. Up next on the set is Ecuador's Michael Morales. His rookie card set is also 2023 UFC Prism, and Michael Morales also fought this past weekend against Max Payne Griffin. Michael Morales is now 15-0. He is 24 years old, and honestly, he looks so composed for being 24 years old. And being 24, he has so much time to still grow. I believe Michael Morales, his rookie card this year, is a solid buy. And lastly, he's going to be fighting this upcoming weekend. Everyone already knows him. His prices are already through the roof, but I got to be honest, y'all, they're only going to go higher, and that is Bo Nickel. His rookie set is this year. Bo Nickel is absolutely no secret UFC's 4-0 undefeated Penn State alum national championship winner. But he's going to be fighting Tresean Gore this weekend, where he should improve to 5-0, where Bo Nickel is going to continue to rise through the ranks and rise in card prices. And lastly, let's move to the final segment of today's show, where we are going to be talking about this upcoming weekend's fights in Las Vegas, and it's going to be a special one as it is International Fight Week, where Alexander the Great Volkanovski takes on Yair El Pantera Rodriguez to unify the featherweight title in the main event. Brandon the Assassin Baby Moreno defends his flyweight title against Alexandre Pantoja. Robert the Reaper Whitaker and Africa's Dricus du Plessis are going to battle it out to see who is going to be the #1 contender at middleweight. Jalen Turner and Dan Hooker have been booked a few times, but it's finally going to happen this weekend at International Fight Week in Las Vegas. And opening the main card, we do have the Penn State alum Bo Nickel taking on the Ultimate Fighter alum Tresean Gore. And as we move on to this segment, this is a perfect time to introduce our other panel member, UFC superfan, card collector, and degenerate parlay maker, Mystic Matt.
You said what? You said we're live? Live where? TV? No, what? I'm on TV. I'm live on TV. Oh, shit. Shout out everybody back home. What's up? Y'all always said I wasn't going to be nothing, but look at me now. I'm live on TV. What's up? Shout out everybody back home. Stand up VA. What's up? How y'all doing? Yeah.
Okay, well, he has obviously never been on television before. We'll try to get him calmed down in just a few minutes. We'll obviously try again, and we're not going to cut him off. He has a shot here on this show. And as I said before, Matt is a huge UFC fan. He is a card collector. He is one of those guys that every weekend tries to put like $1 to $5 to win this 200 grand. One of those social media screenshots that you see FanDuel or DraftKings putting out. That is what Matt tries to do. I'm not sure if he's going to do that here on the show, but I do know that he has some plays for y'all, and I do know that he has some underdog picks for y'all. So as I said, we're going to take just a second and hopefully get him back. Okay. All right. So it looks like the crew has Matt under control, and we're going to get him back on the show here, and hopefully he's a little bit more calm now.
Okay. I got it. Shit, man. I'm good. What? I can't say that? God damn it. All right. I got it. Hey, Matthew, how's it going, man? First of all, I just want to say it is truly an honor to be here. I'm a huge fan of the show. I watch you every week. So just being here, truly thank you. Just glad that I'm able to get my voice out there just a little bit, and hopefully I can give the fans some good picks. But I truly appreciate the title of Mystic Matt. I think that's rather funny. I thought I could do a little something since it's a strictly UFC show, and clearly I'm a UFC fan. Throw on the Khabib hat. It doesn't get too much wearing, or not enough wearing as much as it should. So I figured I could wear it for the show. How about that?
Well, that's fantastic to know, Matt. Then we might have to change your name to Mystic Matt with a hat. How about that?
I like you already, my guy. But no need to change anything. Truly, I'm just happy being here. So once again, thank you.
Indeed. But let's get into it. Let's get your take on some fights.
Sounds good, brother. Let's get into it.
All right, fair enough. So I've already told the people the fights on the main card this weekend, but what I want you to do is maybe give a dog for the week, maybe give a three-leg parlay for the week, and even though I know they're not open yet, what is the prop of the week that you are going to be maybe keeping your eye on?
All right. Is there any order you want me to go in?
You can go however you like, man.
All right, man. Then I'll probably start with three leg if that's cool.
All right, starting off with the three-leg parlay of the week. Let's get into it.
All right, starting off with the three leg. I heard you say that you told them the fights on the main card. I do have to let y'all know that this does involve fights on the prelims. So if you want to hear me talk about fights on the prelims with my longtime friend, make sure you check out the Golden Octagon MMA podcast on Wednesday. Truly, but that being said, first leg of the parlay is going to be Esteban Ribovics to defeat Kamuela Kirk. Truly, Kamuela Kirk isn't that good, and it's not lined too far apart right now. I'll send you a screenshot, Matt, so you can put it up on your screen. But that's going to be the first leg. The second leg is going to be for Alonzo Minifield to defeat Jimmy Crute. Truly, Jimmy Crute, I don't think, no disrespect, is the best fighter in the UFC. And Alonzo Minifield's kind of been on this little streak lately, coming out to make a statement. I believe Alonzo Minifield does get it done this weekend. And the last leg of the parlay is going to be Jalen Turner at a minus 250 to defeat Dan Hooker. Jalen Turner is massive for 155, and Dan Hooker right now is just a little bit older. He's had some wars, I believe. He's just gone through it too much. And truly, Jalen Turner is like the Aussie defeater, the Aussie killer, if you will. He just takes everyone from City Kickboxing and beats them. So that being said, that's going to be the three leg this week. It's going to be Esteban Ribovics money line, Alonzo Minifield money line, and Jalen Turner money line.
All right, fair enough. What about your underdog of the week?
Well, Matthew, my underdog of the week is truly, it surprises me that he is an underdog, and that's going to be in the co-main event in the flyweight championship of the world. You have Brandon Moreno taking on Alexandre Pantoja. Alexandre Pantoja has already beaten Brandon Moreno two separate occasions, once on the Ultimate Fighter via rear naked choke, and then once after the Ultimate Fighter via decision. My underdog this week is Alexandre Pantoja at a plus 170. He's almost a 2-1 dog, and he's already beat the champion two times.
You definitely have some fair points there, Mystic Matt, with the hat. And moving on, what is your prop of the week? Once again, I know the props haven't dropped yet most places, but when they do drop, what is going to be your prop of the week?
Well, Matthew, I have to be honest. Prop of the week should be on everyone's line. Should be Bo Nickel, round one sub, Bo Nickel under 1.5.
Simple and easy, definitely. I couldn't have said it any better myself. I'm not the biggest MMA fan like you are, but I do know that's most likely what's going to happen this weekend. All right, Mystic Matt, that is why we have you on the show. Is there anything that you want to plug before you get out of here, though?
Truly, Matthew, if I could just plug anything, I would want people to check out the Golden Octagon MMA podcast. It is every UFC fight week on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Me and my longtime friend, D Rose, we sat down, we chat some fights, we talk some bets, and truly, we have a great time. We have a great little chat in there going, and most people are super cool in there. But yeah, just check out the Golden Octagon MMA podcast, and I would thank you for that.
All right, you heard the man, the Golden Octagon MMA podcast, every fight week Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. East Coast time. Make sure you check it out. So that is going to be all for what happened this past weekend in MMA. Remember, I am your host, Matthew Mitchum. Thank our other host, Mystic Matt, for stopping by, giving his plays. Make sure you check out his podcast this Wednesday at 8:30. But with that being said, make sure you catch us right back here next week. I'll give you the results from this past weekend's fights. Hopefully, Mystic Matt will be here to give you a few picks and parlays. But with that being said, if you haven't already, make sure you hit a thumbs up for the Golden Octagon MMA channel on your way out. And if you're not subscribed here, what on earth are you doing? Subscribe to the Golden Octagon. But that's going to be all from us. I am Matthew Mitchum. Have a good night.